see. Oh man, does it show Professor? It does. I did not update that. That's okay. Peace, everybody. How's everybody doing this evening? For those who may be coming in late, I know this is a late class. I know y'all be like, damn man, you said 8:10. It's 8:16. I know. Forgive us for the tardiness. But I think this will be a good class. We'll go over specific materials that I think will be pretty useful for everybody when it comes to just building healthy, sound, respectful relationships in general. I think that's one of the most important things that I think a lot of people sleep on. And they kind of take, relationships for granted, whether it be friendships, business relationships, and they don't see the long term because of a misunderstanding or feelings or just lack of awareness. The key word is awareness, and you do have to be mindful of who you're dealing with. So I think this will be good. We also will do the Speed Cosmo show at the end. And again, the Speed Cosmo show can apply to people who are currently in relationships, business relationships, it doesn't matter, or you're looking to court. It's open to that dynamic because the whole point is to give, whether it's singles, couples, business relationships, awareness of who you're interacting with and who you're doing business with. We got the guy on the mic. Sorry I'm talking so much, Mr. Yogi.
Oh, peace to the tribe, peace to the family and everyone out there. What it do, y'all? What it do?
What it do? What it do? I know y'all like, ooh, y'all been gone for a minute. We've been working. That's why we've been working. So hopefully y'all can, bear with us as we get started. So we want y'all to think about, as always, put your birth card in the chat whenever you come into the chat. Share this with a loved one who wants to get a little bit of insight on managing relationships. Definitely put your birth card if you know it. If you don't know it, put your name, your date of birth. If you want to get more specific, you can put the year. You don't have to, just date of birth, so a month and the day. And then, what you're looking to maybe get insight on. That'll help us kind of direct the conversation, right? So I'm going to get started with class and appreciate y'all's patience. Yeah, brother, you in the building. You in the building. Man, I know. Where you been at? I know. You in the building too, God. Let me go ahead and pull up this slide. Appreciate y'all's patience. And we're going to go. Oh, that was the other thing. Man, those who did not attend the birth conference, man. Oh, man, that shit was lit. It's one of those things that, like, I was just honored to even be a part of that. You know what I mean? And just to help, do what my part was, just the whole fact that Chief Ali was able to pull this together from a King of Clubs of Mine and orchestrate it all together with the sisters that went through the tribal birth course along with me and Minister Yogi. It was great. This is stuff that's needed for the future. That's stuff that we need to plan our children. If you don't realize that, because they already have it orchestrated where your children are not, on a actual level going to make it.
Right.
Based off of the diet, based off of the, how you guys interact with each other, based off of, I won't say that, but the pokey poke, poke, and the several ones that are coming after that. So anyway, it's just when you got negative eugenics that are trying to be used against you, you combat it with positive eugenics. And so I think the birth conference, the sisters did their thing. Everybody did their thing, man, and just appreciate everybody coming through. It's gonna be fun. So let me add this to the stage. I know y'all like, oh, gets hot. So building healthy and respectful connections. I know y'all like, man, I'm an expert in that, Coach. I don't need y'all's guidance. It's cool. It's cool. We're gonna throw a little twist to it. I promise you. You're like, this makes sense. Some new developments that we always get. Hold on, did I miss them? I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. I think there's something that's missing. Something is missing, and I don't know why it's missing. But it's not there. That makes me sad. That makes me very sad. Okay, so I'm gonna show something that I know y'all like Kojo, like, but is it that really big of a yes? Because I want to make sure that everybody gets their time to basically shine. So I gotta make sure to share that. So let me share this briefly. Y'all see this? Y'all see this, right? Sister Mia has developed 365 special days, right, in the building, right? So contact Sister Mia. I don't know why that was not in the slide, but for whatever reason, I'm seeing it in my slide. So just so you know. So definitely contact Sister Mia. She's in the chat right now. I'll flash her on the screen. Peace, fam, you in the building. Contact her to get this book, right? So I'm gonna switch back to this book that the brother Yogi, Sister Lazakia, and brother Sydney have developed. You can definitely get this on Amazon as a coloring book. The link is right here. I can put the link in the chat just so you can get that for yourself and also write a review. Hold on, I know y'all like coaching. You usually quick with the post and paste. What's going on, G? It's Rust. That's what we call Rust. So I'm gonna flash it on the screen. But yeah, definitely go check this out. It's a coloring book. It's definitely the dopest thing that one of the dopest things that we got within the region, and there's many more. I'm telling you, it's gonna be dope. So we also have Cosmic Fingerprints by Minister Yogi. So he's got a YouTube channel, and he's going to be breaking down basically any type of forensic investigation that you may be wanting to know what really happens. Feel free to chime in, because I'm just
right. Oh no, yeah, most definitely. One, Mookie can't stop talking about that 365-day calendar. That's a dope book, and she love it. Definitely reach out and get that. And yes, we got the coloring book out, and you get on Barnes and Noble too. We got it up on Barnes and Noble. We ain't put it out yet, but we got it on Barnes and Noble too now. And yeah, the Cosmic Fingerprints, we're gonna be doing forensic investigations using the whole cosmology system, and it's gonna be live and raw. And so we got this. Y'all can follow it on TikTok. Y'all can follow it on Twitch too, because I'm gonna be streaming. That's right. I'm gonna be one of them streamers up in there, turning up. All type of characters gonna be up in that joint. So I appreciate this and appreciate the platform for exposing this.
Yes, sir. You already know Tribe is in the building. So definitely go subscribe, follow the God on this. You won't regret it. For those who want to enroll in the Tribal Jurist course, feel free to do so through Aboriginal University or through Shabazz Associates. We're basically the same entity teaching it. So feel free. This is where you want to get your knowledge game on the law, get yourself getting payouts because you're, taking justice into your own hands, right? Legally, and lawfully. So anyway, there's a coupon. It is there for life. That I know y'all see. Oh, but it says 28. It's there for life, y'all. So, all right. This is my favorite chart. I know y'all like Maslow's hierarchy again. Yep. We always gonna start here because we need to make sure that we have the baseline. And what is the baseline? Physiological needs: home, food, water, rest. All that you need. Otherwise, you're not gonna be functioning dealing with people. You ever dealt with somebody when you're really tired, you ain't slept? It doesn't go well, right? So you ever dealt with somebody when you're very hungry? Oh man, very irritated, right? You're like, if you don't shut the fuck up, I need to go grab something to eat. I know some of y'all have acted like that before because I could look and I'll be like, oh man, this person's hungry. So, these are the things that are very needed. And so the safety obviously falls behind that. And then, the rest of the things, your self-esteem gets built based off of that. And then, self-actualization, right? But the big thing that's going to help you see all that is using cosmology, right? And everything begins with a thought. Everything. And you will get tremendous insight when you do this correctly. And it won't be any guessing. So let me move on to the next slide. Make sure. Oh, what is going on there? I'm not seeing this thing changing. Mm-mm-mm.
Uh-uh.
I don't know. Let me see.
There you go.
Sometimes I don't know. I think there's some things missing, but okay. Um, Finding your birth card. This is how you find your birth card, right? We've gone through this before many different times. 55, two times, your birth month plus your birthday, right? And then you can use the cheat sheet to really get through this. But I'm not going to spend too much time on that because that's not the core topic. All right, I know y'all seen this. Pop the balloon. No disrespect. But that's not going to find you love. I know people who have participated on this show didn't find love. The environment is not it. I'm just telling you. It if you look at it, it provides an environment where you have to be quick to make a decision or to spare your ego. Like that's not an environment for building healthy, safe, respectful connections. When you're like, damn, and everything is on the spot. You like this person or no? Pop, right? So and then the big thing is there's no jurisdiction, there's no layout, there's no safe space for this to take place. That's why you got the rites of passage with the DOS and SOS, all that stuff, right? There's no purpose behind it, no family structure, all this stuff. I know you're like, ooh, coach, that's not nice. I know. Hold on, let me see. It looks like it's doing it again. All right. We're gonna work with it. Core elements of a healthy relationship: trust and honesty.
Mm.
If there's no trust, how can y'all do anything? And that goes for business, that goes for personal, that goes for romantic. If there's no trust, how can you do anything? You can't even trust the other person. You're always watching your back. You're always watching the corner. You looking over your shoulder. You're like, this motherfucker gonna rob me, or this motherfucker gonna double cross me. They gonna cross over me and jam in my face on in the basket. Going to the paint.
Right.
Speaking of which, no, I won't get selfish because I was about to say, man, I wonder if OKC's gonna pull it off tonight. But honesty is also a big thing. If you're not honest with yourself, most importantly, you can't be honest with other people. And how do you do that? How do you do all the first two things? Well, you get a cosmology reading to get an idea of exactly who you are. Point blank period. And then communication, respect, and support. I know you're like, this is so basic, Kojo. I know. Let me get to the real thing. All right. This is communication styles for the elements. I know y'all like, I don't believe you, Kojo. Hearts, all you hearts. Passive. Passive people. You refuse to express what needs to be expressed. You have feelings internally that you are holding in that pool. So what do? You just kind of swim passively. It's okay. I ain't got to express it today. Maybe 2 weeks from now I'll do that. So you just kind of passively roll in a different direction instead of the direction you need to be rolling into. You like, and it may be uncomfortable for you, but I swear if you don't roll into it, you're only going to make yourself more angry. And then you're going to drown yourself because you're going to crash. You're going to crash into the fucking wall or whatever, the pool, and then you're going to sink. Next thing for clubs. Honest and direct, respectful communication. This is a club. If you ever met a club, it's pretty much honest and direct. They're like, and it may come out as hurtful, but it's really the truth. It's direct. There's no sugarcoating. And this is the style of the club. So I know y'all like, man, if I tell this person, it's gonna hurt their feelings. But I gotta tell my truth because if I don't tell my truth, I'm gonna blow up like an oxygen tank. I'm gonna explode. Right? Diamonds. Everybody who's a diamond knows you can be indirect. It's indirect resistance or sarcasm. You try to mask your communication with sarcasm. You're like, damn, hey, that ain't me, Kojo. Yes, it is. Sarcasm. So right now, you even hear me doing a little bit of sarcasm. You're like, ooh, I'm trying to let me be direct. This is what y'all do. Promise you. You try to mask the resistance of what you're experiencing with sarcasm. You mask it. So it's a mask. Instead of the stone cold diamond truth, you'll wrap it into a sarcasm. And then, people like, oh, yeah, let me borrow some money. You be like, yeah, I really don't want to give you no money. But, it's cool, man. Like, I just, blah, 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 blah. And, you start talking like that. It's really sarcasm, but you're like, I should really be direct and say, I'm not going to give you this money. And then my favorite is spades. You try to dominate, you try to blame, you threaten people. You're like, you know what? I'm going to you up and your mama and your crib. I'm going to slash them tires. You know what? Try me. See me outside. This is a spade. And I won't spend too much. Tell me if y'all disagree with what I'm saying. Mr. Yogi, feel free to chime in if I'm talking crazy.
Hey, look. I definitely gave somebody some sarcastic elbow. I really just don't want to give it to you. You got it. Nah, it was definitely accurate. And the spade one too.
I know people, who spade try to like kind of dominate. Like, let's say somebody, you ask somebody, what you think about what I just did? And if you don't like the first response, you'll try to say, well, hold on a second. It's because of, and even though you don't mean wrong by what you're trying to say, and you really just interrupted the person, you asked for their feedback. But if there's something that just forces you because you feel threatened, and then you just try to flame them and just like, hey, hold on, let me explain why. Different way. For honest feedback.
I told somebody that before. I said, man, usually when people, I'll be like, this is when I was young, I'll be like, yeah, man, I really don't like it, but what you think about it? You really just telling them that, so you trying to avoid flaming them up before you got to flame them up. So you're like, man, I don't even like it, but what you think about it? And in your mind, you like, they better like it.
And that ego is like, damn, hold on. But yeah, that's essentially it. So these are the different styles. Just kind of pay attention, right? I just will remind everybody to be mindful. I know like parts are like, well, if my communication style is passive, all you do is just not be passive. Just be direct about how you feeling. Clubs, continue to be honest and direct, as long as you're respectful with the communication. Diamonds, it's okay. It's okay to have a little humor, but don't mask it with what you really don't want to do with your money or value. If there's something people trying to sign you up for and you're like, it's cool, like, hey, y'all just kind of started, and I'm really a busy guy, so I really ain't got to just say no. It's okay. So anyway, I know y'all like, ooh, I don't know, Coach. You lost me. Ooh, not the end. You know what, y'all? Let me go back to the stage. I'm gonna remove this because I don't know what is going on. So we're gonna do this, and we're just gonna go back to the basics. There we go. I knew there was more slides. Signs of an unhealthy relationship. I don't know what's going on with it. See, this is why you always gotta do it, otherwise you get arrested. Here's signs of an unhealthy relationship that maybe some of y'all may be aware, maybe not aware. These are things to be aware of, though. Control or manipulation. You ever dealt with somebody who just had to control everything? They had to manipulate you in the back end. If they didn't control you, they'll manipulate you on the back end. That's all right. I get you on the back end. And then the person would say, why are you always controlling and manipulating? Now, there's a difference between setting boundaries and ground rules versus control, right? You can't control another human being. Either a human being is wanting to be with you or do business with you, or they're not. You can't force nobody. It's like pushing a pig. You ever tried? Does not work well. You will not be successful. So be careful about that. So just look for that sign. Or lack of communication. The person just does not talk to you. You be hitting them. All right, fellas. So when you meet somebody for the first time, you're like, man, this girl is really cool. You start texting them. You texting them. You've sent 10 messages and they sent an emoji to your 10. And you're like, damn. Yeah, you ain't gonna say nothing. And since the same thing happens to y'all. Y'all be trying to holler at the brother, and then you'll get, yeah, that's what's up. Like a couple of words. You be like, I just sent you a whole paragraph, and all I get is, yeah, that's what's up. Lack of communication. So the same thing applies to your business. So if you have somebody who's not really committed to your business model, they won't communicate. Matter of fact, they be like, you know what? I really don't care. So therefore, I'll remove myself by not communicating. Disrespect. Ever had somebody disrespect you in front of public, in front of company? That's the worst feeling ever. Because for spade people, you ready to flame them up. You like, what the fuck are you doing? You gonna do that to me in public? Nah, that's not what's gonna happen. But anyway, or just people who are just dishonest. Big things that people they're not trying to be honest with you. They're like, yo, did you take X amount of money from the business account? They said, nah, man, that was withdrawn on its own. And you're like, but I see your name. So then you got jealousy or possessiveness. You ever had somebody that's like, where are you going? You know, I mean, I'm just going to the store. Well, I'm coming too. You know, can't trust you out here because, you know, you're going to be out here in the streets. Like, yeah. Somebody you give somebody a hug, you know, and it's a friendly hug. And they're like, hey, is that why are you hugging them that long? You like, oh. Jealous much? It was literally a greeting. I don't know what else to do than that. So, and then maybe some people you're afraid to be you. And that's the worst part. You're afraid to be you. Like I've seen people that they're like, man, I'm in this relationship and I feel suffocated. I can't even be myself. I can't even crack a joke like I would around somebody that was cool and accepting of me because I feel like they're going to judge me and not accept me. And when you're in that space, it's over. It's literally over. There's nothing else to do. That means you don't feel safe. You don't feel, it's crazy. Hold on. He said, are these specific people? What you mean are these specific people? This is a real, like, I'm just giving y'all kind of a generality of what I've seen, right? And what I've also experienced too, right? So it doesn't matter whether it's like relationships, romantic or business, or just, you know, generic relationships that I don't know the person, but I got to know him a little bit and it blew up, whatever happened. And I know Mr. Yogi can attest to that, you know, as far as like his own personal experience. And the last thing I'll talk about this is like the lack of commitment. You people can't commit. You need to commit. Either commit to being in a relationship, whether it be business, friendship, or romantic, or nah. You have the option to say nah. But don't pretend to say yeah when it's really a nah. Anything you want to add on that, guy?
All right. Man, you hit every point. Be you, be true, and yo, yeah, you hit every point. I don't even got none of that. I definitely experienced those. I was like, ooh, what?
Mm-hmm.
And it's better. You could keep the relationship better just by being truthful. Especially that last part, like, yo, just say no. Don't say yeah. You know, you ain't trying to whatever it may be, the business or whatever. Say no. I mean, say no.
That's it. You know what I mean? I think people are afraid of rejection. Like if they really be themselves, they're like, damn, is this person going to accept me? And that's when, if that happens, that means you haven't been yourself this whole time.
Right.
Because it shouldn't matter whether you're you or not. Either the accepted or the one. And I think what helps kind of fill in the gap is the cosmology, right? Like I know people are like, well, how do we tie it back to cosmology? Well, if you know your cosmology and you know the other person's cosmology, you could gotta get an idea of what's about to happen, right? Imagine if we go back to like, just move this for a second. Imagine if we go back to, if we see the plate, Queen of Hearts at the bottom, right? And then we go to the what's one that's like the Ace of Spades that's in that far, upper left corner.
Right.
Now, I know you're like, well, ain't that the psychological profile, the 13, vertical? Yes. But what I'm talking about, what's going to make a smooth connection, is these people who either have moon bottoms or mutuals or verticals. Those are the ones I'm referring to that you'll know. Because otherwise, if there's nothing that happens, like there's nothing that touches y'all, what's going to happen is that anything can happen. Randomness, limit of randomness. Like it's infinite. I know you're like, well, hold on, go back to the chart. Let me go back to the chart. I'll show the chart.
Yeah.
Let me see. Is this the right chart I want to use? I swear this ain't the right chart, but we'll use this as an example. This is the cosmic plane, right? So we'll do like a 10 of spades right here. You got 5 of hearts that's right here. Let's just say that this is like one of the plates or whatever. Here's an example of like randomness. There's no mutuals. There's no vertical. It can happen on the third. No, not even on the 13. 13 horizontal though. It'll happen. But in general, it's up to chance. It's going to be random. Speculating in that sense, right? So that's what I mean by use your cosmology to gain insight of like, okay, if you do have a mutual Mars with somebody, typically this person can easily flame you up and vice versa. You can flame them up. But you also can get things done. You know what I mean? And so that's why I said it doesn't have to be left up to chance. That's where the awareness kicks in. So that's why I want everybody to be aware. We want everybody to be aware. All right, let me get this part. I know y'all like, oh yeah. Self-reflection and external reflection. Some of y'all need the Uchiha mirror. So you need to really understanding, are your needs being met? Some of y'all are in relationships that you hate. And I'm like, why do that? You could die tomorrow. And that's what you chose? But in all seriousness, not to be so rude, but like really it's just, if you're going to be in that relationship because you're committed, why not voice your needs are not being met? And communicate that honestly, without any gaslighting, no passive aggressive, none of that, no sarcasm, just a club style, honest and direct.
All right.
And do you know what that actually looks like? Because some of y'all are like, oh, my needs are not being met. Well, then you ask them, well, what does that look like? They're like, well, I don't know. Let me take a break. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all over here in the building. I'm sorry. Peace, y'all. You in the building. Peace. Peace.
Peace.
It is done with your car. If you be bad in public, suffer the consequences. Not the sword. Not the drop of the sword. That's that club style. That's reality. So no, appreciate y'all just kind of being attendance in class. But no, you know what that looks like, and can you communicate that effectively?
Right.
Do you feel respected and safe at the same time to be yourself? Most people don't feel respected or safe, therefore they don't express. Or they just don't say anything and they leave. Are you both putting the effort? And how's that quantified? Like, can you measure that? How do you measure that? Well, usually you measure that with a contract.
Yep.
Oh, I know that I don't want to hear that. Contract? I start running. Hold on. I know y'all like, hold up. You ain't hit nothing like this in a while. I know.
Huh?
Contract. We don't do that. Some of y'all don't even do prenups. Anyway, cosmology reading. Are y'all both y'all both have awareness of each other's cosmology. That's where you get with Mr. Yogi, you get with Sydney, you get with Bach, you get with these brothers, and they'll give you clear insight of what's going on. Or you go to Chi-Web Clinic, it don't matter. Just as long as you get an awareness. Anything you want to add on that, guy?
It's Cindy said, or there could be a spy and you just attempted to see. You're a chill guy.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. But no, yeah, it's definitely like, yo, that point, like, yo, do you know your needs? Like, do you know what you want? Even when they do the contract, like, yo, do you know what you want in the contract? It's not a contract one-sided, and then it's funny because Chief Ali just put out a post like, yo, you can't, you know what I'm saying? Dysfunction and then scream dysfunction. Like, that's what you signed up for. Like, you should, you can't read a credit card contract and, you know, they put it plain sight and you read it now. It's like, yo, you set yourself up. They got you. Like, yo, there's some contracts that you just got to pay back. We can't always discharge something. You signed up for it. You know what I mean? And so that was the same in the relationship. Like, you know, did you get a reading? You know what I mean? Are y'all on the same terms? Do y'all know your own purpose? Like, you know, are you, you know, because one person can know what they want to do in life, create their purpose, but then they get with somebody who don't know theirs or, you know, creating theirs, you know, walking in their purpose. And now it's like, and now it feels as if that person is a parasite because that's what they're going to, you know, can potentially become as a parasite in the sense of like now they're taking up your cosmic space. Like you got this cosmic space, you know your purpose, you know what you came here to build, but they don't know what they want to build. And now they're taking now is always a clash. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's like they, you know, for the air sign, it's like, damn, you taking on my oxygen space. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. For the space, it's like, damn, yo, you bringing a fire extinguisher. Like, yo, what you doing? Like, you know, for the diamonds, it's like, yo, you cutting, like, yo, you not a good cutter. Like, what you doing? You don't know, you over here trying to cut mine. I already know. I already got a cut for my diamond. I know I need to be cut, all that. For the hearts, it's like, yo, you tracking dirt in the pool. Like, we just cleaned this mug. You know what I mean? So you got to know what you want to create for your purpose and what you're going to create for the relationship purpose. You know what I mean? Like, what are the... I ain't talking about I'm talking relationship romantically in the sense of business too, because like, yo, what is the role? Like, do you... And yo, brother, because he's asking me great questions, great relationship questions. Like, yo, do you know? I was like, oh, he could, but it made me feel better. I said, yo, that's what I think about, and that's what we talk. And so, like, are y'all in a relationship? Are y'all talking about like what y'all gonna do? You know what I mean? If you give this person, it's what my big brother Coach will get. Yo, if you give that person a task and they don't do it, like, it's like, yo, you right? You know what I mean? And all those are key, important. You know what I'm saying? Thoughts and things to think about in a relationship, because like, yo, if they not doing that, as a clash, you know what I mean? And it's like, yo, be contractual present, you know what I mean? Have that contract present, because they really, you know, yeah.
Listen, I've seen it too many times where it just crashes out and burns, where there's no contract. Yeah, it's the facts of life, brother. Yeah. It's true, because you ever seen like here's how potent a contract is. I'll give you an example in real time. I was at the courthouse for a couple of different cases, and this brother, let me not even say brother, this person, so I can leave it anonymous. This person was like, "Hey man, Your Honor, like they gave me a bad car," and the judge was like, "Well, according to the contract, you signed that you done the inspection and you waive all liability and you buy as is." He was like, "Well, had I known what I known and got it a chance to inspect, I wouldn't have signed the contract." And the judge was like, "But you signed it." He said, "So," and what made it worse was the owner gave him a 2-month warranty. He came in at month 3. A matter of fact, the owner paid for some repairs, and he still brought him to court to sue him. And the judge went back. He's like, okay, you went past the 3-month warranty. You didn't expect the car like you signed the contract that. He said, well, I didn't read the contract. The judge was like, I can't help ignorance if you didn't read it. This is your signature, right? He was like, it is, but the motor don't work. He was like, case dismissed, and that was it. It lasted 10 minutes. He was bitching for 5 of it, and there was a little bit of back and forth. You know, they showing documentation, but it lasted no more than 10 to 15 minutes, and it was dismissed. That's how potent the contract is. And I know y'all be sleeping on contracts, but like, this is how you hold not only yourself, but you hold other people accountable. You know what I mean? So, oh yeah, you in the building? Peace, 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 peace. Yeah. So contracts are important, you know. Get a cosmology reading. Talk to Minister Yogi and his squad. You know what I mean? They'll get you right. We coming to the end. I know y'all like, thank God, Kojo. If my wheel would stop turning, I would go to the next slide. But you know, technology wanna hold me today.
Another.
Let me remove it, and then I'm gonna see if it'll let me do this one. Let's see if it'll pop up. Interesting. Didn't pop up the way I thought it was gonna pop up. Nope. Remove.
Yeah, it's wow.
I don't know what's going on today, but we're gonna get through it. I'm gonna tell y'all exactly what it said. It's not responding. It crashed out on me.
Oh, it crashed out.
You see, it went away. Ah, goodness gracious. Okay. Well, I'm about to add it to the screen again. Sorry for the patience. Sorry for the technical difficulties, y'all. We're going to get through it.
Yeah, we got this. We got this.
We're going to get through it.
Everybody good, though, family? Make sure y'all push our birthday cards in the chat.
I only saw one, so I don't know what's going on with that. Y'all don't want no inside to business or anything like that?
All right. Sydney said, Brother Bazir gave a good insight as to why all the tech difficult. Oh, you know what? He definitely did. So we probably do know it. What was it? It was Uranus is preparing. It won't be for another couple months, but it will be in third polarity, misnomer Gemini. And so, yeah, we probably will see a lot of splits in between the technology going on. A little while. Yeah. And as y'all can see the planes, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on in the world too. And it's crazy too, because Cash App, for y'all who are in 9-to-5s doing direct deposits with Cash App, I do not advise that. Especially because they just had a crash. Like a lot of people lost their money. They was closing accounts like crazy.
You said closing accounts?
They was closing. Right. People couldn't even get their money. They was just closing the accounts.
That shit is crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, the thing is that I want to make sure everybody's doing. Are y'all filing the class action lawsuits that make sense? Because there's money on the table that y'all need to make sure to get.
I just did one with iPhone.
Yeah, they was dropping $100 per device, right?
Yeah. Well, I think it was $20. Yeah, $20 per device. But you know, money. You know, hey, look, I don't care if it's $3.
Hey, money's money. That money's money. Hey, shoot, you flip that and turn it to something.
Right.
It says, "Can you go over that again?"
What exactly? What
exactly? Say more. Cool. Say more of what? Y'all gonna have, be direct.
Yeah.
Be clear.
We done dropped something. Oh, the class action lawsuit. Yep.
Yeah. I know y'all like. Okay, listen. So there's a class action lawsuit website where it shows everything. We go over this in class every time, but I have to make sure to remind y'all because whether you've had a debit card that they were withdrawing or charging you fees, you bought property, Cash App, iPhone. They said that if you had an iPhone and they're paying up to 5 devices, they'll give you like $20. That was the recent one, but you do have to put in your claim. I forget what the timeline was. Oh, I know y'all hitting me with that link. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hold on.
It's been a minute since I've been on that website too.
Hey man, I be telling people, man. Especially, and then I think another one that I think a lot of people. I was trying to tell people this in class, but like, if you bought a house and it was one of those people that was one of the real estate agents or brokers or whatever, you could put in a claim and get paid. They still going through it. It's like $1 billion at this point. I'm like, all that fraud. You see what be happening? All that fraud. Oh, let me flash it on the screen. I'm sorry. Flash it on the screen. Flash it. Oh yeah, you know what I mean? And I always got to do it. If you haven't gone and gotten your reading, call this place for your free reading. It's not free, but I was trying to mimic, the psyche. Anyway, go to walk.fun and holla at Minister Yogi, and he'll get you right. So, but again, the class action lawsuit, this is where you go. To wrap it up, I know y'all like it's 41 minutes, brother. Yes, sir. These are the main things for winning in building. Contract everything. Y'all tripping out here in 2025, dealing with people who don't even know what building a healthy jurisdiction looks like. Like, they're not even in a jurisdiction that facilitates that type of environment. So contract everything. Because even the people, your counterparts, whether it be Asians, Europeans, all those things, they'll contract with you real quick. They ain't not messing around. They're like, hey, you want to deal with us? Sign this contract. Mm-hmm. So set your boundaries, set your standards. If you don't set those standards, then people just kind of say, you know what? I guess anything will do. And that's what you'll take. Respect yourself and respect others. You deserve nothing but the best. In order for you to get the best, you have to be the best. So how do you be the best? Awareness. How do you get awareness? Cosmology reading. How do you get a cosmology reading? Walk.fun. You're like, damn, that nigga set that up. I did. So that's literally it. So I know y'all like, what, Kojo? It was supposed to be some grant. Listen, just go back to this. I'm gonna take y'all back to this moment. Like, where is it? Right here. This is my favorite page. I know this is y'all's communication style. I dealt with too many. Some of y'all just refuse to be non-passive hearts. Just be direct. Express what needs to be expressed. Clubs, keep doing your thing. Don't be dishonest or not direct. Just be honest. Diamonds, be careful with the sarcasm. To mask things that you really don't want to share. And then spades, calm down with the fire. Calm down. Don't burn everybody in the path and stop blaming other people. Take accountability. That's it. I see some comments. You said jurisdiction. Yeah, jurisdiction is key. So you're like, well, okay. Before honor, I've been in relationships outside of honor. It does not go well because they kind of just start doing whatever, even though you set the ground rules. You're like, you know what? It's whatever. Try doing business with people. They're like, you know what? That was a donation. Oh, it was a donation. That's what happens when you don't have a contract. So with ARNA, we have laws, we have a constitution, we have jurisdiction. You can try all you want. I'll see you in court. But that's the whole point of jurisdiction, and plus it gives a safe space and an environment where people can thrive in a healthy way that's not dysfunctional. The whole point is to be functional and win as a tribe, win as families. Like people forget, you could go tomorrow. You literally can go tomorrow. So do everything to the best of your abilities. Have fun while you're here. Do it honestly to the best of your abilities, and really just don't take things for granted when it comes to your relationships. Make time for people. I know sometimes we always say, we use the cop out. Oh, I'm busy. Oh, I'm busy. Hey man, even the text message will do. You're like, well, Coach, like I sent you a couple today. I know. Give me some time. I'm gonna send a message back. So these are things that I think help make building a healthy, respectful connections and relationships. And somebody says, "Am I a diamond?" Did you go at your birthday? What was your birthday?
You better say this yet. Put out the birthday. That's what we need.
So at your birthday, and then we can give you more clarity. I didn't see all these people come through, but let me make sure to greet y'all. Peace.
Peace, family. Accurate about diamonds.
Hold on. I'll be attempting not to. Hey, you funny. Most need to. Come. You crazy.
Most need to feel the fire. December 9th?
Okay, December the 9th. Is that a diamond or a club? I'm sorry.
I think it's around clubs.
Yeah.
Get a heart later. Yeah, it's a club. Yeah, 9 clubs.
That's what I thought. I was like, because there's a point to the diamond and then it goes to the club.
Yep. So you a 9 clubs, brother. Let me see. Let me see. 7. 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah. King of Diamonds. And you got King of Hearts, King of Diamonds. You got a diamond in there, my brother.
You got a heart in there too.
Yep.
So, what does that mean? Let's go back to the communication style. So, what are you seeking, brother? I'm being honest and direct. What are you seeking? Or what are you hoping to learn?
He said I get hella sarcastic at times. Hey, look,
I know. Yeah, just tell us what you want, what you're looking for, and if you want to pop on the show, I'm gonna throw out the invite.
Yeah.
Those who want to get a little bit and they want to talk a little bit more of what they're looking for.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got a couple of people.
So we got throughout the pods. January 8th.
Ain't that a diamond? I know it gotta be a diamond. No,
it gotta be a diamond, I think.
Wait. No. It's a spade.
You sure? Because diamonds come up around
the middle of the month.
Yeah, around, yeah. I know January 20 or a 7 diamond, so.
So do the math. 6 of spades.
6 spades? Yeah, 6 spades.
Okay. You be dominating people, don't you? You be dominating people. You be like, yo, fall in line, stop being lazy. I'm just kidding. But, yeah.
Stop being lazy, get to it. Oh, we just told y'all, I thought, if y'all want to come, now with the StreamYard link is out there. Y'all can come on, ask y'all questions, or ask it in the chat, it's up to y'all. But your birthday, and then, if you got a question.
Yeah.
If y'all want to come online and, present yourself to y'all future husband or wife. You know what I mean?
This is a good and safe space.
Right, right.
Promise y'all. I guess to give like a little context with the six of spades, spades, they have to work, always they have to work, like no matter what. But if you find yourself being lazy, it'll eat you alive on the inside. But you also reap what you sow almost instantaneously,
Yep.
whether it be in your work or in health. Like you gotta be healthy. You gotta be healthy.
Yep.
I promise you. Because you're gonna reap what you sow, and you're gonna be reaping what you've done in the past if you're dysfunctional.
Right.
So it's again six representing justice, balance, things of that nature. But you really want to be careful with, I guess, the mindset of is this fate or destiny? It's the limit of possibilities.
Right.
It's up to you.
Okay.
But don't think you're gonna do something and get away with it. I promise you.
Nope. It's gonna present itself in the lesson to you. Oh,
Mhm.
Deja, okay, we'll put this lesson right back out. We're gonna circulate. You're gonna circulate. Cause like a contract. Since space literally deals with contracts when we see it come up. And so, in contracts, when you don't, like that brother who didn't read, who thought ignorance of the law was an excuse. The ignorance of natural law is no excuse either. And so things you do in the past can always present itself to come back again. And, you may be indebted to provide remedy.
In real time.
It's
Come on, y'all. Y'all need to come on the show. Did I post it in the chat? I did.
Yeah.
Come on the chat. Y'all playing games today. I know we got some people, they throw out their birthdays. Let me make sure not to skip. So I see a July 5th. That's 10 of diamonds, baby. Yeah, we got you. Okay. Every time I like encounter a 10 of anything, it's usually public related. But this one is like the blessed money. Like you should be creating an overabundance. Like your mindset, even if you ain't got it, don't see that you ain't got it. See that you have it. Because if you've seen like how history has been written, it's been not only read, but it's also being written with people who have a huge, crazy imagination. Like shit that ain't even real. People have wrote it up in history and like, yep, that's real. And you know what? It worked.
No.
But that's changing. We got private investigators. Chief Ali just be digging that shit up out of the grave. He said, "Oh no, you don't."
Nah, you as a $10 too. You just he just probably say, "I need money. California ain't working. I need to move out there to Texas." Hey, look, yeah, you definitely want to, California may not be, exact.
I mean, listen. You say you need money, right? But a diamond really don't need money.
Yeah,
money be finding you. That's my mindset, right? It could be. I remember, and this is a personal story. This is how I knew I was destined for greatness. I remember 2012, 2013. I was paying rent at somebody else's place for my mentor or my mentee, so he can have a place to house. And I was living in a whole different place, paying 2 rents. So you know what? I had no money, quote unquote. You know what I was eating? Popcorn. But I said, one day it ain't gonna be like this. One day it ain't gonna be like this. And it wasn't. So even though it may look grim, figure out a way to get out of that situation. I had to move from Oklahoma to New York to find how to actually attract money or become valuable. That's really the real thing. Become more valuable.
Hey.
Like it's 2025, man. People are like, man, listen, you better come with it, or I ain't doing no business with you.
Right. Come with it. Hey, damn, brother, damn popcorn. God damn, was it?
That was 2002. I was eating popcorn. Like I was making sure to like pay everything, pay the my mentee's place that I used to live at, and then I was paying my new space that I was at. Wasn't even at the other spot on the campus, and then I had to pay other bills. You know what I mean? And so all I was eating was popcorn, and it was the black popcorn, the one that you got to put on the stove and pop that.
Yeah. Ooh. Damn.
I did that, man. Like I know what it is to like sacrifice, but like really, I think I read the first book I read to like really bring awareness was like, I know this is like very cliche, but it's like Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Yeah. I know why I knew it was gonna be that book, but you said that key word though, sacrifice. You know what I mean? But you said plus I be blowing a lot of money, so look, but you got to. Yeah, look, you got to sacrifice at times, and as diamonds, just diamonds overall, not any specific cards, just diamonds overall. We got to, because you said that's my issue, my imagination running, and I can't really pick one thing. But shit, brother, we black, we can pick it all. You know what I mean? It just gotta make the most sense at the current scenario you may be at, if anything, you know what I mean? Because, you may have one idea that requires, money as a tool in a very big amount at one time. So you just got to, list out, all right, what idea can I execute right now, at this moment, to start to build it up, you know what I mean? These ain't doing trader side. I think you got the truck business too. If I remember, because I remember you from the shows. And so, I always tell people you got to also bridge the gap between Saturn energy and Uranus energy. Meaning you got to be nostalgic and innovative at the same time. Right now, if you look at the world, the world done revived. I guarantee you, we searched up how many times the word revived will come up in the search bar. It comes up more than anything else because, it's going back to a nostalgic place. And so once you figure out your imagination, your ideas, and how to bridge the gap between things I need to keep the same, things I need to innovate and change, you know what I mean? You start to put it. Then the key is sacrifice. Like, you could wait on them Jordans. Like Jordans come out with the same shoe, dog. Ain't nothing new about. They come out the same damn shoe, the same colorway. Ain't nothing unique about Jordans no more, guys. Yeah. So you gotta sacrifice it. You know what I mean? You gotta, and because it's a relationship class, making sure you pick, select the correct mate. The correct spouse. That's important too. You know what I mean? And not just not just even the spouse, like the correct team, being around, the right people who's ready to execute and get things done. You know what I mean? Because on team now, probably Brother Sidney and Sister Lati Zakia, and they get shit done. We get done fast too. You know what I mean? And so all of that matters in the relationships part of it. Yeah, ain't nobody want to come on though. Ain't nobody want to come on.
We gonna keep it shuffling through. I think the one thing I want to add to this is the 10 of Diamonds style is that if you're not careful, because what I'm seeing, what you're typing, you can be too indulgent in one particular thing or different things, and so you should really focus and hone in on things that have perceived value that you could potentially flip or sell to the public. Again, going back to that 10, that's a public thing. I know there's some things of value that you've seen before that you could possibly sell or offer up in exchange for something. And you probably have a knack for what people may want that looks flashy or nice that is valuable. Maybe you want to start like a family bank, and as a result, you may be expanded out to lending from that family bank to other people because y'all have a family bank, right? Whether it be from y'all stacking money or utilizing a little bit of life insurance that has built up value to be the bank that y'all loan out money to people for a certain intrinsic value in exchange out. So you got to get creative with that type of stuff. You know what I mean? And you can use technology to make that really easy. Draft up contracts, stuff like that. You can use ChatGPT, don't matter, as a rough template, and then y'all can get specific, on what y'all want to do as a unit. So you got to get a little bit creative, but take it back always to the public. So anyway, all right, let me go to the top. Make sure not missing. I see Sister Essence, Jack of Spades. Oh, I know your cards. Yup.
Spades, Jack of Spades. Oh yeah, the entrepreneur, the creator of work, being versatile, making sure that you, and most importantly, initiating yourself into ventures, like initiating yourself. Because Jack of Spades is about initiation, and so all the Jacks have the ability to bring forth a new wave, something. It's an initiation card, and so yours is going to be in creative work and entrepreneurship. And so I would say, I remember you, Sister Essence. And so, you gotta get creative. And in a sense, Jack's, like you said, you gotta bring it amongst the public. You know what I mean? Whatever work you're gonna get into, and just learning your birth chart, learning all of your attributes per se, and figuring out, all right, how can I monetize it? You know what I mean? Because every planet, when I do readings, every planet can be monetized in some specific way. Like for instance, if your birth chart, if your Mercury is in, I don't know, let's see, Aries, first polarity, misnomer Aries. All right, you like to study martial arts, defense and intelligence, military, all these things, and then you can figure out, all right, I could probably teach this too. As a monetization, you teach it. But your Venus, you like, and you got an aesthetic and please to certain music or colors or designs. If your Venus is in agriculture, you like growing certain flowers and things of that nature. Like, you can monetize that, or making knickknacks and things of that nature. But you are an entrepreneur. That's a Jack of Spades. Like
I think the other thing too is ultimately you're gonna have to work. It is not gonna be an easy road. But that's where the creative genius kicks in, because you're constantly working, you're constantly innovating, you're constantly crafting up things. This is how you're gonna get it done. I want to make sure. So I see this. My wife wants her and her sister's card. 5 of diamonds and 10 of diamonds. We just talked about the 10 of diamonds. Is there?
Oh, he said her relationship with her sister. Okay. Let me see. Mutuals, 10 of diamonds. What's the other two cards? Because obviously, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I will say her sister is her cosmic lesson card. And so cosmic lessons, just to put a plan up, cosmic lesson cards, those cards after the 7. Cosmic lesson behaves like Saturn energy. So it's like, your major life lessons that you will get from that person. So
she says she wants a second opinion. I'll give you the cards though. Okay. Yeah, just give us the cards. That way we can have the full picture.
Yeah.
So we'll come back. I just want to make sure as a 6 of spades character card. Woo, I can bear. Yeah, I'm telling you, got to balance with that health and work. No showtime for me today. No showtime. Showtime. Okay, no problem. First popcorn. Okay, peace, fam. Yes, peace, guys. 5 of diamonds. Now I thought, what do you want to know specifically? Because somebody was just asking about the 5 diamonds, but as you know, diamonds are value, but typically traveling. You need to be seeing the world. Listen, as the 8 of diamonds, even I can't stand still. I'm moving. Like this is how you're gonna, whether it's like moving for work, that's with purpose or strategic. You're going for a contract gig. But what you don't want to be is like you're always just kind of just you just relentless about I gotta do something else. I gotta try something else. I gotta try something else. Plant your feet in the ground like a seed and work it. Work that plan. So there's value in being a pioneer in new things that people don't really think or may see as valuable. And that's where you can get creative. And I think you're third polarity, if I'm not mistaken, Gemini. But let me know if that's incorrect.
Perfect. Oh, he put it 5 of diamonds, 2 of clubs, 10 of diamonds, 8 of diamonds, 10 of hearts. Let me see. Got a 8 of diamonds, 10 of hearts.
I mean, I see a mutual Venus.
Oh yeah, they got mutual Venus. Then she one of her moon cards too. They got mutual Venus, and so that's literally the sibling bond right there. And so with the 3 of spades in between, so their relationship, so mutual Venus is appreciation. They're gonna have appreciation for each other. It's gonna be very lovely energy, things of that nature. Now with mutual Venus, sometimes a person may put on rose-colored glasses, and they may, bird box themselves, blind themselves from a person's dysfunctions, in a sense. You know what I mean? And with the 3 of spades, it can either be, if it's appreciation, it's love, they could be very creative and planning work and, things of that nature with each other. Now, if it goes dysfunctional, that could be someone, we indecisive or miscommunication can occur too, in that sense with this 3 of spades as the bridge in between that mutual Venus, right? He said, see, first polarity. Oh, okay, so she got another card sold out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, and the 9 of hearts. All right, that's what I wanted to. All right, so they got a
mutual Mercury, then, right?
Yeah, they have a mutual. Oh wait, no, they have a. This was Sydney's wife, so she had 10 of diamonds, 9 of hearts, and Ace of diamonds, and the 10 of hearts.
Oh, move vertical. Gotcha.
Yep. And so they'll have like a double. They'll have this double moon energy, this double vertical moon energy, bottom moon energy. So initially, I pose it as a question. Initially, does her sister always come to her, for emotional reasons, or just, coming to her to conversate, or just get some type of piece of advice or anything of that nature? Initially, that's how it could be.
Right. I think the big thing to also just kind of keep in mind is that this truly does work, but I think it would be the sister that'll be giving a little bit more energy to your wife, just because she is the moon bottom, so that's going to naturally happen. But I think it can be balanced out with the mutual Venus. That's just kind of my perspective. But like Minister Yogi said, both people can overlook dysfunction, and it'll be staring right them in their face. They're like, it's cool, got a lot of love for that person. It's all good. You know what I mean? And that stuff happens all the time with people with mutual Venuses. So, but they'll love them to the grave, like to the grave, even if done dirty, to the grave. So that's the energy I see off rip. He said, due to dysfunction, it's more the other part as you described. Oh, you talking about one-way energy? Is that what you mean? Or they overlook dysfunction, or which part? Make sure.
Yeah, which one? Let's see there, buddy.
I see. Oh, we'll come back to you guys. See June 19th.
June 19th.
That's Jack of Clubs, right?
Yeah, because 17, the King of Clubs, and then yep, Jack of Clubs.
And that's third polarity, so that's 9 of diamonds.
Yep.
One-way energy. That one-way energy. I know.
Let see. Okay.
So 10. So it's 8 spaces. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 of spades?
Yep. Okay, Jack of Clubs, 9 of diamonds, 2 of spades. I guess you want to describe the card. I mean, Jack of Clubs, a versatile thinker. And so, you got to write. You need to be someone who writes a lot, puts their thoughts down in a journal, who also takes time to meditate, and make sure you express your thoughts. Because if you keep your thoughts in, that's going to create overthinking. And then when you do release it, it's like what Coach said, a tornado.
Right.
So you need to express your thoughts. And when it comes to relationships, the Jack of Clubs in its dysfunction can be quite gossipy or lying or anything in that nature. By writing a lot, so you can write. One, you could be a great writer. You're a Jack of Clubs, and so creative writing. If you do poetry, music, or script writing for TV or movies or skits or content or anything of that nature. And then naturally with the other cards, the 2 of spades, the key is partnerships. You know what I mean? You need those key partnerships around you so you could, have those doors open for you. You know what I mean? And then you got the 9 of diamonds as a character card. So you can carry your ability to persuade people with your Jack of Clubs and negotiate contracts, closing out those deals. You know what I mean? If you were someone, with like an ambassador, or anything of that nature, someone who could close out those deals at a moment, persuade the best position for your company, your business, or if you're working on, for someone on their behalf, etc.
Yep. And I think like a good example, and this is no shade, but if you're not careful, Jack of Clubs, you will lose your mind. And that's a real observation. And it's because you have a perceived reality that you have seen that nobody else can see. And if you're not careful, you can hypnotize yourself into thinking something that's real, but it's really not. So what Yogi was saying, write down your thoughts, communicate your thoughts, but be careful of putting yourself under self-hypnosis that it causes you to basically go insane. And other people will look at you as insane as well.
Right.
But be careful of lying. That's really the main thing that I'm talking about when I said self-delusion. You're lying to yourself and you're lying to other people about a scheme or a thought out of whatever it be, shame or guilt, whatever the case is. You have a creative mind. Utilize it for the good. No need to lie to yourself or other people. Just be truthful so you don't go crazy.
Right.
Sorry for that cell phone. We got 12:19. Ain't that a heart?
That is definitely in the heart area. I know that for sure.
It's Queen of Hearts.
Hearts.
Yeah.
Coach got that one of them.
Okay, Queen of Hearts. So this is a nurturing energy. You want to take care of everybody. You want to take care of everybody that's in your pool, your jacuzzi, your exclusive, fountain of youth. You want to take care of those people on those different levels. But if you're not careful, you'll cause yourself to feel resentment because maybe it's not reciprocated or you're not appreciated. And so you have to be careful that you're doing these things because you got a lot of love for these people that are in your pool. But the minute they strike out 2 times or however many you set the limit, you got to let them go. You got to let them go. That's the boundary you're setting. You have to set the boundary because it's your pool. You don't want people disrespecting your pool all day, every day, right? That's how you let people just walk over you like a rug. You can also work too hard to try to maintain a relationship that is not worth maintaining, that they don't value you, they don't value the whole situation, or you just overwork in general. So learn to balance that out with like making sure that you take self-care, you get massages, you go swimming, you drink a lot of water, you stay hydrated, feed yourself good thoughts. I think a nice experiment that I like doing is saying affirmations into a cup of water and then freezing it, and then put it out in the sun as it like melts, and then drink it, right? And remember those affirmations that you're saying. And this is the perfect time in the summer. So you'll see that water holds information. So so if you do that with the combination of 432 hertz as you're saying the affirmation, right? Behind it, and you freeze it. I know you're like, that shit's weird. No, just hear me out. You unthaw it in the sun, and you drink that same water. Let me know how it works. I know how it works for me. So, and then just be careful about watching your sexual energy. That's the other thing. Because you can go run amok and be having babies out in these streets. So that's why you need a jurisdiction. All right.
That's fire with the water. Yeah, that's fire right there. Kojo done dropped the pool.
Okay. Yeah, your birthday coming up. Yo. Oh wait, hold on. I want to announce that. But yeah, definitely gonna be in that building on your day. It's gonna be lit. June 29th. Ain't that a club?
Oh, that's a.
Oh, hold on. Is that a heart? Oh, you get rusty. No, it's a club.
Yeah.
Ace of clubs.
Yeah, Ace of clubs. Oh, they say they want to. Oh, and they say they want to know about the Ace of Spades and Saturn.
Okay.
So that was your phase. So you had an Ace of Spades for Saturn phase. All right. So the Ace of Spades and Saturn, when it's on its function and its destiny, etc., it's a initiation into one's true life purpose, often through solitude or a symbolic death. It's like the phoenix,
Yep.
Now they're reborn, into its flames, right? you can so it deals with deep labor or self-discipline leads to transmutation, full awareness of
Someone's at the front
or
You good? You good?
yeah, let's think about mute this joint. Lexa in the back. But so purging one's environment, mind or body, shedding an old identity, or you may begin a new labor that feels life altering or predestined, or uncovering secrets through research, investigations, anything good in nature. And so did you deal with any new work in Saturn, or any if you can say, if you can't, if you can't incriminate yourself, I understand, sister. If you got,
You are crazy.
But no, it could deal with also something revealing itself, because Ace of Spades, it deals with secrets, but it could be something revealing itself. It could be around either work, maybe something with your business, maybe something, it seems like new routines, or something revealing itself as far as contracts or law, you know what I'm saying? Any type of legal issue or remedy, coming about revealing itself to you, and you come be on the horizon.
Yeah, I think that's the like, you want to be laser focused, like laser focused. I know your mind is already thinking on like different magnitudes and things of that nature, but you want to make sure that your thoughts are structured in whatever venture that you're thinking about going into, because there may be something that you might have discovered within yourself, or something that was just kind of like sacred, that you just like, I gotta organize it in a way that is beneficial for my Saturn period. You know what I mean? And or for you, I guess it says for the year, right? So
yeah.
So I think having structured, organized thoughts and structured, organized businesses is going to be key. Just being structured in general. Said, hold on, let me pull it. Damn, come on, technology. Yes, I took a 2-month break. See,
Hey, the car should reveal.
No need to incriminate yourself. Yeah, that was a good one. She said it. She said right here, I uncovered some secrets. See?
Yeah.
You said understood God. Okay. You said 82, not 83.
He's talking about his year. Can you put the year on there?
Oh, okay. 1983 or 1982. So that's fire. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, don't sleep on that. And work alone too, like really hone in. Yeah, literally, that's how you focus. The cards don't lie. Hey man, y'all not coming in this chat? Let me post it again. Well, I know y'all in the chat, but y'all don't want to come on live. Business questions, relationship questions. It don't just have to be business or relationship questions. It could be business. It could be for those who are married. Don't matter. Relationships. Maybe you single and you looking to connect cosmologically. That's cool too. We can help set up that.
Right.
But either way, let me flash it on the screen again. We definitely invite people to the chat. It said error. Technology.
Oh man, they hey, look.
Damn. Are you serious? Yo. Let me do this again. I'm gonna I'm gonna copy the thing straight from the thing.
I say should have came up. Oh no, it's tripping.
Today's the day for that.
Mama Mia said I discovered some secrets in my work. I didn't find out you stepping. I just spinning.
Shut I've been having trouble all week with all lives. Oh Lord. Hey, that's what makes you strong. You know what I mean? Um, that's what definitely makes you stronger.
I about to say, make sure you probably got an update. Make sure you ain't got no updates you need. Man, it's crazy. A lot of people been experiencing.
I don't know, man. What other questions y'all got? Y'all got, hey, y'all don't want me to do what I want to do. And I will do it. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Oh, I'm gonna play? Oh, wow. It was really tricky. Did it play? Did something come on the screen? No?
Does that come up? Hey.
I'm not hearing anything. That's bad. Something's going on today, and I'm looking at it. I'm looking at this technology like this.
It's good. They played. We heard it. Oh yeah. They do it. He said, "Drop the timer."
Ah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see what else. What else I got in the chat? I think it's my memory is capping out or something. Drop the timer.
Oh, you talking about the technology reading? Yeah, Brother Bazil, yeah, that was dope.
Yeah.
It's dope, chat.
You in the building.
Oh, Sister Mia said she tried to get on, but it ain't working.
Damn! Yo! This ain't never happened, though. Like, it's never happened before. Like,
yeah, let me get on. That's weird. I don't know.
It ain't never happened like this before.
Wait.
Okay. Well, can you like? What if you put it in the chat? Does it make?
That's what I was literally just about to do that. I was like, let me try to put it in the chat. You can bring up my YouTube. I got to go to YouTube. He ain't mad at me. Yo, stream y'all be tripping too sometimes. I'm sorry, stream y'all. Don't kick us now. I didn't mean to dish y'all, but god damn, y'all be tripping. They don't want to let me join the chat from here. I gotta type up YouTube.
My God.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, type up YouTube. It's all good though. I got right here. I'm about to put it in there.
I mean, you saw from the presentation, it was deleting slides.
Yeah. Yo, it's crazy. It's not even showing you live. I typed in Hawab. It's not showing you live on YouTube.
Damn.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Are we getting censored?
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Yeah, they out here trying to censor. There we go. There. I was like, where the live at?
Damn.
Let me post it in here, y'all. We're going to post it for y'all. So, see if y'all could get in now.
Man, what is going on today?
What do we do to y'all? What do we do to y'all?
I don't know.
Stream, y'all, why you tripping? You got a duck as a logo. You a duck. There we know.
Shut up. Oh, man.
Duck.
I've never seen this happen before. But
Yeah. I don't know. I have no idea.
I mean, slides being deleted, people can't come on. That ain't never happened before.
We getting too big for them, you know what I mean?
Be funny.
Hawaii region and the YouTube channel. See, we ain't the Temptations no more. David.
We not the Temptations, though, bro. Are y'all able to join? Like,
I put it in there. I don't know if it's. Yo, it's not even showing that I typed it in there.
Yo.
Did I hit? Yeah, I hit it in there. I put it in there. Did it show that I put it in there? I don't even see my name on the chat.
I don't see it in the chat. Did you post it in the chat?
I did. I posted it in the chat.
I don't even see it in the chat.
Did anybody see it? Oh man, there y'all. Okay. It ain't show up. All right. Hey, look. I'm gonna do it again. Control V, paste. Uh-oh. We getting censored, yo. It's all y'all just okay, oh man. This is crazy. This ain't never happened.
This ain't never happened.
They try to do it from a phone. Oh yeah, it's not showing though on my phone. Alright, let me do it from my phone. It's all good. I'll just go back to the email you sent real quick. We got just to give y'all a chance again.
StreamYard.
Stop it. Get some help.
Alright, y'all. I tried to post it again. I don't know if it might not be letting me.
Let me try this again. I'm gonna post it in the chat and see what it do.
I posted it on YouTube. I pulled up YouTube and posted it. Oh, but that came up.
I see Peace Family. I didn't see the link.
Yes, I wanted to test something. I was like, let me put Peace Family, see if that comes up. Okay. They don't want y'all to come on. I see how it is. And they don't want y'all to come on. They let that come through. They ain't let the other thing come.
Oh. I mean, damn.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, okay, we're gonna have to do this again because I feel bad because like people weren't able to join.
Yeah. We thought y'all just didn't want to come on. Okay.
I swear to God. That means we were supposed to log off. You go fucking right. Cause like from the moment, listen, I'm telling y'all, this is the slideshow. This is what I uploaded. It's the same presentation. It's not showing half of the stuff.
All right, that's
the thing. It's deleting things. It goes from there
crazy
to the end, like literally to the end.
That's crazy, bro.
There's no difference. So, apologies. I don't know what's going on with the technology, but we'll do this again next week for class. So don't y'all worry, and we'll make sure to iron out all the technology issues because I'm not sure why. You think it's working now?
Would you ever join? You coming on?
You coming on? I'm gonna post it in the chat. Y'all in? You in? Let us know. Let us know.
Oh, it probably did let me post the link for the channel's protection. You know how some people can come on and post random spam links. You know what I mean? Maybe.
Nah, because like there's like key things to prevent that from happening. I haven't put any like type of protection like that because I've seen people post crazy ass shit on here that they know they ain't supposed to post. It says you backstage, Sister Mia. What backstage? I don't even see you listed.
It says you backstage. Let me see. Can you type in see if she could type in the private chat? Like try to put something in the private chat. That's it.
Yeah, put something in the private chat. It says I was backstage, but didn't know anything else. Backstage. Damn.
Oh man, y'all. It said I was backstage, but it didn't do anything else. And y'all press enter studio and everything. That normally comes up.
StreamYard.
No, yeah, StreamYard.
No, StreamYard. Oh, she did. Damn. I swear this has never happened before.
Yeah, it's I don't know what's going on.
Huh.
Man, y'all. Let me see if I do it from my. Let me see. Let me click the link.
Can you get into the link?
It says loading up. Ooh wee.
Not loading up.
Yeah, he ain't never took this long. It says loading up. Usually it just comes up.
Well,
Yeah, I don't know.
okay.
That's
I hate to even say that, but like it looks like we're gonna have to allow y'all to do this next week, and I'm gonna have to send an email to like StreamYard or something like that because this ain't never happened before, and this is during a live class. So apologies for those who did not get to join today, but we'll do it next week as well. Unless y'all can join, I don't see y'all backstage, and I know I'm not tripping.
Wait, did you post this one? I don't think you posted the. I think you posted the.
Say it again.
I think you posted the old StreamYard.
Nah, you just like where you said where it has like invite. You invite the guest.
Right.
You literally just copy it.
Can you see me in the?
I see you just been added, but I'm not posting. I'm not posting the old link. I see you right here.
Yeah, let me. I don't. Yeah. Oh, well, I just used the one you sent in the email. That's the one I used. But we probably have to do it again.
Hold on, let me see something. But here's my thing. What's the difference?
With
Because it says you can invite people, and when you invite people, you send it out. So let me post that then. If you said that you were able to get in on that.
yeah, I had just used that. I don't know.
You know that never happens, bro.
Yeah, they know that because usually that's what I don't know, man. You know how StreamYard get down. Look, hey, look. You know, to all the ducks out there on StreamYard, we apologize if we did something to y'all.
Yeah, I apologize today.
Nah, it's all good.
You know, I'm 10 toes down on this comment.
Stop it. Get some help.
I'm 10 toes down on that. Are y'all able to get in based off of the link now?
I would say try one more. Oh, she said Ace of plus Kobe's King of Diamonds combo card is the Ace of Hearts. Can you elaborate on that? Yeah, most definitely. I'll use that one math that I know. Well, she learned it. She learned it from my league, but that so yeah, combo card, the Ace of Hearts. And this is Cosmic Result card. So I usually break it down. That formula you using is I use it as the how to start or see what you can build the purpose of the relationship for. And so the Ace of Hearts is y'all going out together as a couple, building up new relationships, doing self-care things, with each other, going to massage or, anything of that nature. It's his Cosmic Result card too. So that means his Cosmic Lesson will be his Cosmic Lesson card, because I need that card, will be, what's it, Ace of Diamonds? So the Eight of Spades. So the Eight of Spades, so the more he structure and work and build infrastructure, the more new relationships he brings in, as a result of that, as a result of building up that infrastructure.
Sister Mia, I know you're on the live. Do you have anything you want to add to that based off of what Yogi had told you?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. It's just like I said, he did the work, or him doing the work is contributing to our family, as our relationship, me and him together, which is that cosmic result. That's the reward for the hard work, as that 8 of spades. And I was laughing because our son is his challenging card in that 8 of spades.
Yep.
He been doing some challenging.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's dope. Oh, the more he knock out that work and put in all the effort, the result, that reward is definitely gonna be that self-care, relationships, that and getting the creativity, able to get that creativity out of everyone else who's around too, who's close to him.
Right. And then we can reap all that Ace of Diamond transformation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what my daughter is, an Ace of Diamond, the one that was selling the jewelry.
Ace of Diamond, yo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
No problem.
Brother Goon, you in the building.
Nah, man, I was just checking in because I was checking the the link, trying to see about it working. But I guess while I'm here, I don't know what my love life looking like.
Still, what's them cards, my brother? What's the day if you don't know the cards?
Well, it was 12-9. I think you said what 9? I was a dime. I remember y'all saying I was a diamonds, a club, and a heart.
Yeah, 9 of clubs, right? And a king of diamonds, and a king of hearts.
Yep. Okay.
King of diamond and a king of heart.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
All right. See, I don't even know what any of that represents, but
So 9 of clubs, it represents universal knowledge, someone who basically studies. 9 of clubs, they gotta always make sure to complete complete their assignments, things of that nature, and also learn to let go of outdated beliefs or ideas or material or anything of that nature. The King of Hearts is the performer card. You know what I'm saying? The performer, the voice, is the family card. One who can master their emotions and their environment, or need to master their emotions and environment, things of that nature. And then the King of Diamonds is the master of values, business, ideas, the master and authority of their finances and things of that nature. And in terms of your love life, now, did you have a specific question? Did you have someone?
No, I don't have nobody. But I did put something in the chat earlier. I was saying about, my purpose, because it's, chasing the money so much that's what became my purpose. So like, doing something outside of hustling, running business and stuff like that. Just any guidance, a help.
Yeah. Right. So, I mean, even when it comes to purpose is, so you create your purpose based on your attributes. You know what I'm saying? What do you like to study in life? You know what I mean? What type of leisure time do you enjoy doing that you could, turn into creative purpose? Now, if you were, because you said 12-9, so that's nice polarity Sagittarius. So someone who likes to travel, enjoy higher learning opportunities, studying other indigenous cultures, and so you know you build upon your. I don't have your whole birth. You want the whole birth chart. You could go to any of the cosmologies. You go to wake.fun and get the full cosmology breakdown of birth chart. But it's taking all of your attributes and saying, all right, I like to do this, this, and this. You know what I mean? And what it becomes, instead of you chasing the money, money is just a tool now. Now you're just using that tool to facilitate gaining the other things that you do want to do. If you know what I'm saying, you like traveling across the world, you know what I'm saying, now I'm just attaining this money because I know it's a tool to get me on this plane so I could go to Mexico or whatever the case may be to do journalism or, archaeology. If you're someone who likes to, reveal history and show how they revise history and make it correct, or, if you're someone who likes to bring balance and judgment to situation or relationships, then all right, you may be someone who wants to be on the juror society doing arbitrations and things like that. It just depends.
So I think I know another thing, just given knowing this brother's background, I think a big thing for you is that you got to have no restrictions. Like you can't be bound by having to make money. You can't be bound by having to be in a relationship. You can't be bound by anything. So there has to be some type of wiggle room where you have freedom to move autonomously, without restrictions. That's key. And I know you like kind of educating people or correcting people on things that they think that is true, whether it be dealing with the Democrats or just like people who think they know indigenous history and stuff like that. You could be an educator in that area, and people would listen to you, so long as it's done at your style of how you want to format it. And I know you're like, well, ain't lecturing out of style? Well, you could do YouTube, right? You could write books. There's many different forms of lecturing, but the idea is that you got to be really, really, I guess, passionate for it. Like that's what you decided, that you made your mind that's what you're going to do, and you're going to hone in on it, regardless of circumstances. Because I know what you're saying. You're going to be like, well, I got circumstances barking at me that prevent me from even being creative to even think about doing that. But you got to expand your mind that there's no bound, no limitation. And that's what I mean by no constriction, freedom. I can already tell by the way you talk, you have yourself in a box. You're like, what can I specifically do? Or what
I'm almost out the box. I got some things, that's working, that's in play. But this conversation definitely is helping.
And that's it, So whenever you've made the strategic planning, make that leap and do it where it makes sense that you are adding value to people. And, you're building relationships, with a lot of people, because you can pull a lot of people in. No doubt. You're King of Hearts, man. Ain't no doubt you can't pull nobody into like, hey, man, I know somebody who knows something that may want to do a business transaction. And then you connect that person and, they'll be like, oh, what do you do? And then you explain what you do. And then they're like, oh, I know somebody who da-da-da. I can connect you to that. So that's how sometimes it can happen like that. But basically having a business plan of this is what you want to do, and then committing to it, getting a skill that you're proficient at it, that people find valuable, and then go do it. And stay committed.
Oh yeah. Okay, cool deal, man. Fellas, I appreciate it.
So yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you.
I'll make room for somebody else.
Yes, sir. Brother Nature.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Peace What's up? What's up? What's up, Kojo? What's up, Yogi?
Peace, guys. Good.
Yeah, I'm just now getting off of work, so I'm kind of looking a little bummy.
Nah. Never looking bummy. You were done. Never.
But yeah, I had like a few questions because, me and my father, we ran into some money because my grandma passed away. So
Sorry.
I'm trying to figure out what we should be doing with this money. My dad's like, oh, should we buy a house or should we go buy some land? I'm like, well, maybe we need to get some land and you can put some mobile homes on it or something. But I don't see no point in buying no house in California because it's too crazy right now. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out something to do with it. And I don't know, I be having all these ideas like, oh, start a business, start this, try start a trucking parking spot and do 3D printing, do this, do that. So I'm trying to find somewhere where I can invest this money so I can do my little, wild thornberry-ish and get in the RV and take off. Cause
Yes,
I'm
sir.
tired of working.
No, I got you. I got you. Um,
Yeah.
I I think since this is like it's not just you, it's a collective. So
Uh-uh. You
have
glitched
you
out.
have you gotten input from everybody as far as like can you hear me? Hello, hello.
You hear us?
Oh man, technology strikes again.
Right, right.
Is it me? Hold on. Can y'all hear me tapping?
No, we can hear you.
Okay.
It might be the brother's Bluetooth. 'Cause he got Bluetooth headphone.
I can't
Try put
even hear you. I ain't gonna lie. The thing
try
You can't
goes
putting
hear?
on
out.
speaker. Put on speaker. Put on speaker.
Yeah. I don't know what happened.
Put on put on speaker.
All right, let me check. Matter of fact, let me check this one too, because I got all these AirPods and Air Maxes.
Yeah.
Oh man, that indulgence. Not sub out. Can you hear us still or no?
Can you hear us now?
Nah, I can't even hear you now.
Yeah, we can't even hear him now.
Man. Dang.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah. Hello, can you hear
I can hear you now. My bad.
Oh, goodness. Oh, good.
I was
No, I
like,
was
what the heck is going on? He giving me all the info and the downloads. I can't even hear
no,
it.
I was asking you, have y'all
uh,
discussed this as a unit? Because it's not just your money, it's other people's money, right?
yeah, and that's one thing. And I'm like, do I want to be doing business with family and and then my brother and all them? And I'm like, oh, I ain't feeling that to be honest. But if I could get a little chunk here and put over here, and we can, because we was thinking about a family compound too, but I don't know. To be honest, I just want to make some just some money coming in so I can do what I need to do. So I can like slightly just work part-time or get away from this job. So, I've been burnt out on trucking for so long and it's like I feel like I'm stuck in it. Because I'm making, good money in California, but it ain't good enough to like free me, you know?
Um. Okay. Well, first of all, there has to be a contract, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So y'all should draw up a contract so that way nobody's feeling jaded or whatever the case is, and they have some structure. But I would
Hmm.
think about what are some things that you could do that are like acts of service that people would pay you for based off of the value that you're bringing to people. Um,
Um, Shit, I don't even know to be honest. Uh, Lately, I just been thinking of like land stuff, like getting land and starting like a little parking for trucking or RVs or trailers. Cause I just want to put the concrete down, put the lights up and the toilets there and be done with it and walk away. I don't want to be doing no maintenance. I don't want to be calling nobody. I'm really trying to do my doors for it, get my RV and take off and explore the world. Cause I miss traveling, but I'm trucking up and down, so it don't feel like traveling. It feel like work. So I'm like, man, I ain't feeling this no more. I want to be able to just to come to Texas and come to the events. I haven't been able to make it to no events lately, so but it is what it is. I gotta make this money.
so okay, I know that this is just an idea. I'm like freestyling, but like,
Uh,
have you tried like on your ventures where you are traveling for work to like record yourself and just kind of share some gems about like where you're at and making the best of where you're at, even if it's like 1 minute. And you're like, yo, this is where I'm at. But it does require a little bit of work of editing those videos where they're like kind of copacetic, unless there's a particular presentation that you're presenting where you're not wanting to edit, and that's fine too. That will be your style.
Yeah.
But
I mean, the only thing you'll be able to see is ice and people getting arrested. But other than that, I'm basically just gonna be driving. And I work for a big company, so I don't be trying to like, promote them too much. So it kind of be hard because I wear a uniform with them. So I don't know how that would work.
I hear you, right? But what about taking the extra 5 minutes to take off the uniform while you're on break and just sharing jewels of wisdom? Like maybe for people who are into trucking, and maybe you dropping some gems on like, yeah, I'm thinking about investing.
Work.
Oh, can you hear me?
Hey, here's
My bad. I don't know what's up with the earphones on the StreamYard. Can y'all hear me?
yeah, we can hear you.
Y'all can hear me, but I can't hear you. Yeah, glitch out.
Oh,
That's crazy.
man.
Well,
What a
shit.
stream
I don't know. I might just have to get the private thing. If you can't hear me, I think they trying to tell me something.
Damn.
I don't know what's going on. They like, nah, everybody can't hear this.
Yeah.
Oh, let me see right quick. Let me try this one more time.
All
3
right.
seconds.
Yeah, that's crazy. What a technology day, man.
Yeah, tonight. Hey, look.
Oh,
I don't know what's going on.
the other one?
I don't know.
Jack Clones Day.
It is. It's a lot of
Man, it just came on and went right back off. But
Hey, you
yeah,
can't
I
hear
don't
us?
know. I might have to opt out and let you get to somebody else because I cannot hear nothing.
Damn.
I'm gonna just have to do the thumbs up to, thumbs up.
Not the thumbs up.
You got any regular speakers? You got regular speakers?
Oh, I can hear. Yeah, I can hear you,
What?
but I can't hear them.
What?
That's crazy. I can hear you, but I can't hear them.
Wow.
I'm in probably because I'm in the waiting room with you.
'Cause let me see. Let me just.
No, he should be able to hear. Yeah, all.
That's the more bush.
Yeah, that's.
What?
Hello. There we go.
Can you hear?
Can you
Yeah,
hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Whew. All right.
I don't know because on the settings it got like AirPods and then it got speaker. Then I switched it back to speaker and it went right back in my ear. So that was weird.
Ooh, that's weird.
It's joint tripping.
Let me make this quick and then let Yogi go.
right.
Bottom line, I think you should take 5 minutes out of your time when you're moving around, even if it's within California.
Oh
If
my
you're
gosh,
crafting
I
part-
just lost you again, Yogi.
All right, I'm done.
Kojo.
I'm done. I'm done.
You can hear us?
and now I can hear Yogi.
You
I
can
can
hear
hear
us?
you. Yeah, I can hear you, but I can't hear Kojo now.
You can hear us?
All right, go, Yogi. Go,
Oh, man.
Go.
You keep opting out like every 3 seconds for some
Go,
reason.
Yogi.
But I
Go,
bet you
Yogi.
everybody can hear you on
You want me
YouTube.
to go? You told me. You told me to go. Well, I'll finish.
All right.
I know
All
I
right.
really thought where Kojo was going, so I'll finish off that
Yeah,
thought.
I'm gonna just jump on the YouTube and y'all can just say what it is.
Yeah, we just say, we'll say what it is. You know, I mean, I don't know what it is doing chicken.
Let me just bow down off now because it's bugging.
Hey, look, straight y'all trying to censor us. They like,
yeah.
these
Hey,
little
trying to get the
DGs
download. They didn't know it was recorded though, so I could still hear it. So.
yeah, you know what I mean? So,
All right, let me opt out. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Let me opt out. All right, well.
okay. And we'll just say, so we'll wait, let you get up
Alright.
in the thing. So you can, yes, he going back to YouTube, so he hit both of us. But, I mean, literally, like, but really, we can speak to everybody. Like don't limit yourself, y'all. Don't when it comes to ideas and things of that nature. And as not some of y'all, a lot of y'all got like just great personalities that people want to engage with. You know what I mean? So if you do cosmology, if you do agriculture, shit, if you do law or anything of that nature, like definitely make content. You know what I mean? Content sells nowadays, and people want to be a part of the journey. You know what I mean? Whatever part of your journey you're comfortable with, making content of. You know what I mean? If you got life lessons and values and know how to put in a comical type of way, do it and make that content. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then just find your style of how you communicate, like we talked about, right?
Yeah.
And craft it where it's your own. I'm gonna always say this quote because it's my favorite quote. I failed as a man is 10 times better than the person that says what if, because what if never made it to the arena. Never. And that's a fact. So y'all, whenever we throw out ideas, you can investigate and then give it a try, right? Make an effort because at least you tried, right? But
Right.
what if never made it to the arena? And that's the fact. So we challenge y'all to like really get into your cosmology. You come up with the idea that's valuable, give it a shot. You never know what happens.
Literally.
So that's my favorite quote. I'm gonna keep saying that for the rest of the year. I failed is 10 times worse or 10 times better than the person that says, what if?
Right.
What if never made it to the arena? Because at least you tried. Yeah.
Right.
That's my favorite.
Ooh, that's facts right there. I ain't go. Ooh.
I don't know what's going on with StreamYard today. So, you know what that means for me. So, they were like, Yogi, Kojo, we don't like what you're doing. So,
Hell no to the no.
I think we're going to call it a day because I don't know what is going on today.
Yeah, technology tripping today.
We appreciate y'all's attention and time today in class. We will do this again, and we'll make sure that the StreamYard is cleaned up where y'all can join in and out, and it shouldn't be an issue. Don't know why there's separate links and that. But yeah, we appreciate y'all's time and attention. If y'all got questions, hit us up. You can reach out to any one of us. It doesn't matter. If you want to have your business listed and you're in Region 6, or even if you're outside of Region 6, definitely send an email to hawaiiregion6@gmail.com and we'll get your business listed. Or if you need your business listing updated, send us an email as well so we can knock that out as well. Other than that, Minister Yogi, do you have anything to add before we close it out for the day?
Nothing really to add. Just, take that leap. That's all. Take that leap.
That's it. Take that leap. I'm going to say it one more time. I failed is 10 times better than the man that says, what if? Because what if never made it to the arena? All right. Love y'all. We go see y'all next week. Peace, family. Out here.